Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. Global oil prices surged sharply after military exchanges between Israel and Iran targeted key energy infrastructure across the Middle East. May delivery Brent crude futures, a global benchmark, jumped above $111 as of 4:48 p.m. Eastern Time. Brent crude returned to the $110 range for the first time in 9 days, while April delivery West Texas Intermediate futures climbed to $100 a barrel. This comes as Iranian state media reported that Israel struck gas processing infrastructure for the South Pars field, which accounts for more than 70% of Iran's natural gas production. Iran retaliated with attacks on nearby countries including Qatar's energy infrastructure. The U.S. Federal Reserve has held its benchmark interest rate steady for a second straight meeting, maintaining its projection of one rate cut this year, as uncertainty grows over the economic fallout from the ongoing U.S.-Israeli war against Iran. At its two-day Federal Open Market Committee meeting on Wednesday, the central bank decided to keep the federal funds rate unchanged in the 3.5 to 3.75% range. The move leaves the interest rate gap between South Korea and the United States at up to 1.25 percentage points. The decision also comes as policymakers face a difficult balancing act. Rising global oil prices are fueling concerns about renewed inflationary pressure, while a weaker U.S. labor market adds to worries about slowing growth. The latest employment report showed the economy lost 92,000 jobs last month. President Lee Jae-myung has called for the need to find stable energy supply lines as the Strait of Hormuz has been effectively closed. Speaking at a meeting with his aides on Thursday, he said the country needs to make desperate efforts to secure even a single drop of additional oil. The president appreciated the UAE for its cooperation in helping South Korea secure 24 million barrels of crude oil. Presidential Chief of Staff Kang Hoon-sik has agreed with Abu Dhabi on the oil supply during his recent trip to the UAE. South Korea's National Assembly has entered a new phase of confrontation, as a plenary session gets underway with a filibuster already in progress over a set of contentious prosecution reform bills. Lawmakers began deliberations Thursday afternoon, with the ruling Democratic Party moving to put two key bills to a vote: the establishment of a new investigation agency for serious crimes and a separate public prosecution office. The proposed agency would be created under the Interior Ministry, taking over investigations into major crimes such as fraud and capital market violations, as well as crimes committed by officials across investigative and judicial bodies. Given its parliamentary majority, the ruling bloc is expected to bring the debate to a close after 24 hours and proceed with a vote, meaning the first of the bills could pass as early as Friday. South Korea's marriage registrations continued their upward trend in 2025, essentially rebounding to the level of pre-COVID-19 times. According to the Ministry of Data and Statistics on Thursday, roughly 240,000 marriages were registered last year. That is an 8.1% increase from the previous year. Meanwhile, divorces fell 3.3% on year to 88,000. The agency attributes the rise in marriages largely to a demographic shift, with a larger cohort currently entering their early 30s. It also pointed to a growing positive sentiment toward marriage. This upward trend in marriages is expected to continue until at least 2027, when babies born in the early 1990s reach primary age. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.